How y'all doing? Old Judge here again. So today, I want to tell you a story. Come out of 2 Kings chapter 3 now. Here's what you got going on here. You got this King Joram. Old King Joram, that was the son of Ahab and Jezebel. You remember them? They were sorry. They were real sorry. But he was still sorry too, but not quite as sorry as them. But anyway, whenever old King Ahab and Jezebel was king and queen, this king of Moab, his name was Mesha. He would give them a bunch of sheep and everything every year and wool and stuff like that. Well, after they died, he quit sending all that stuff. Well, old Joram, he said, oh, no, you're going to have to keep sending all that stuff. So he went to the king of Judah, old Jehoshaphat. He said, hey there, Jehoshaphat. He said, I'm going to go take on these Moabites. You want to go with me? Old Jehoshaphat said, oh, I got you back there, feller. I'm coming right there with you. So he said, hey, old Jehoshaphat, he said, which way you think we ought to go there? He said, I say we go through Edom. He said, okay. Well, they took off. They was going through the countryside of Edom and everything. Well, over that king of Edom, he found out what was going on. He said, hey, fellers, he said, I'm going to go with y'all. He said, I'll help y'all out. And they said, okay, y'all come on now. Well, it took them like 7 days to get through there. Well, they ended up running out of water and stuff. The cows and the horses and the people, none of them had no water. They said, what are we going to do? I said, I know what we'll do. Let's go find us one of them prophets. We'll see what they got to say about it. So they said, one of them said, I know, there's a prophet, his name's Elisha. He ain't far from here. Remember old Elijah and Elisha? Well, old Elisha, he wasn't far away. They went over in there. They strolled up in there, and old Joram said, hey there, feller. He said, I got a question for you. And old Elisha said, I don't know who you think you talking to. He said, you go talk to the other gods over there. You don't even worship the right God. Go talk to the other gods. He said, I tell you what, if old Jehoshaphat wasn't here, I like him. He's all right. He's my kind of fella. He said, if he wasn't here, he said, I wouldn't even talk to you. He said, you just have to talk to the hand if it wasn't for him. He said, but I tell you what, I'll listen to you. He said, first of all, he said, go get me a musician. So they went and got him a musician. He got to playing a little tune and a little ditty there and everything. Well, all of a sudden, the Holy Spirit come all up over Elisha, and he said, I tell you what's going to happen, fellers. Y'all going to beat the Moabites, and you need to go in there and just tear up Jack. He said, y'all be all right. He said, first thing you got to do, go dig a bunch of holes up through there, and God will fill them up with water for you. They said, all right then. He said, it ain't even going to rain or nothing. He said, God will fill them up. So that's what they did. They went and dig a bunch of holes, and water just come out from the Edom direction, filled up them old holes with water. Give them some water to drink. Everybody drunk some water, had a real time. Well, next morning, the Moabites, they heard about them coming. So they went up to the front lines, and they stayed the night there. They woke up that next morning, they looked at and saw that water, and it looked red to them. And they said, all them kings, they done got to fight, and they done blood in the water. They said, let's just go get them. They went over in there. They wasn't no down. Them Israelites, them Judeans, shoot, they got up, and they went to whooping some tail. I tell you what, and them old Moabites, they said, we got to get on out of here. They took off running. Well, they chased them out of there, and they killed them. They tore down their towns, and they threw rocks in their fields so the fields wouldn't be no good. They took trees, cut all the trees down, stuffed up their wells and everything. They didn't have no water. They tore that land all to pieces. Well, that old king, the Moabite king, King Mesha or whatever, he got about 700 of his men. He said, we're going to go in there. We're going to take that king of Edom out. They couldn't bust through the lines, I tell you that. So he didn't know what he was going to do. So here's what he did. He climbed up on this big wall, took his firstborn son, who was going to be the king, sacrificed him in front of everybody. And they seen him and they said, this guy is crazy. We're going to get out of here. We're done with this thing. So they left. They said, you can have it. We done tore up Jack anyway. You can have it. So they left. And that's what happened. Y'all have a good one now.